everybody. Okay, this is the second video in what I've called my citrus spice holiday blend. The first video dealt with an aromatherapy essential oil blend that you could diffuse throughout the house. And the second video, this video is going to be a citrus spice herbal tea that will help you get in the holiday spirit and alleviate some of the stress that comes along with the holidays. So what I'm going to be using for this tea, I'm going to be using Rooibos red tea, which is a South African tea. And this is really great. This has 50 times more antioxidants than green tea. It's caffeine free. It's high in magnesium, potassium, fluoride, zinc, and calcium. Also contains significant amounts of alpha hydroxy acid. So this is a really good tea that's and it tastes really good as well. I'm going to use Tulsi or holy basil, which I talked about in my Serenity Sleep tea video, but this is one of my favorite herbs to use, and it's what's considered to be an adaptogen, meaning it assists the body in coping with stress, whether that be physical stress, psychological stress, or environmental stress. So I'm incorporating that as well. And then I'm going to be using dried orange, some vanilla beans, cloves, and cinnamon. And a lot of these are similar to what I've used in my essential oil blend. So, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it to you in terms of parts. And again, this is my cup that I like to use, but you can make larger quantities if you like. If you're going to make just one cup, then for one part, I'm going to use 1 teaspoon, and you can calculate it from there. So I'm going to mix 1 part or 1 teaspoon of the red Rooibos tea. And again, you can get all of these from mountainroseherbs.com if you don't have a great natural food co-op close by. I'm going to use 1 teaspoon of the holy basil or Tulsi. And both the Rooibos red tea and the holy basil taste really great. So I didn't include a sweetener in here. You can add one if you like. But again, I don't really have a sweet tooth, so I'm not including one. I'm going to include 1/4 a teaspoon or 1/4 part of dried orange peel. And I'm going to add just maybe 3 cloves, 3 whole cloves. You can adjust that to taste. And I'm going to add 1/4 teaspoon or 1/4 part of the cinnamon chips. If you don't have the dried cinnamon chips like this, then you can just maybe use a little bit of ground cinnamon. And then for the vanilla beans, I like to use fresh vanilla beans. Whole Foods seems to have a really good price on these. So I'm going to use I'm going to cut like just a quarter inch there, and I'm going to just split it open. I'm not going to get too fancy with it. I'm going to just cut it open and drop it right in there. I'm going to add my boiled water. And I'm going to let that steep. Again, I like a strong tea, so I'm going to let that steep for about 10 or 15 minutes. And the red tea is literally a red tea, so it's going to be red, which I think is really nice for the holidays. It's one of my favorite colors anyway. But this, it makes a really nice red color. And again, my take on teas is that when most of the leaves have floated down to the bottom, then you can consider it done. Okay, so there's my tea. I've been letting it steep for about 10 or 15 minutes. And as you can see, what a beautiful red color that is. This is a really great recipe that you can make a big batch of and give to somebody as a holiday gift if they're a tea drinker. My leaves are pretty much floated to the bottom. And again, with this cup, I really like it because it's pretty much, I just take that lid off and it's ready to go. So there you go. There is the citrus spice holiday blend tea. And again, you can go to my website, mamawillowtree.com, under the Musings tab and get the exact recipe for this. Happy holidays and continue to be well.